Hello, and welcome to a brief demonstration of Gargoyle MP by WetStone Technologies. Gargoyle MP is a multi-platform tool used in forensic investigations, incident response, and other forensic activities to detect malware and potentially unwanted programs. It is important to note that Gargoyle MP is not an antivirus tool. It detects the presence of malware and potentially malicious files using signature identification. These signatures are provided by WetStone to Gargoyle MP customers monthly in our Dataset updates. These updates contain threat data on millions of malware samples and potentially unwanted programs. Gargoyle MP is currently available on Windows and Linux platforms. It features a new and streamlined user interface and introduces exciting new functionality such as enhanced reporting engine, improved logging, and enhanced scan performance. The main user interface, UI, is separated into 5 segments: drive and directory scan selection, in-script or hash file to scan, custom dataset selection, scan type selection, and scan option selection. You may select specific directories, entire drives, or forensic disk images mounted within your file system. The in-script result file is a hash file created after running the create gargoyle hash file in-script provided in the Gargoyle MP MSI file within your ncase case. You may also choose a hash file here that was created by Gargoyle MP in a previous scan. In order to create that hash file, select the Create Hash File button located on the right-hand side of the user interface. You may also scan against a custom-generated dataset file by browsing to a specially formatted CSV file by clicking on the ellipsis button under Select Custom Datasets. Note this custom dataset file may be created by clicking Tools, Generate Custom Dataset File. You will be prompted to point Gargoyle MP to a specific directory, and all files in that directory will be included in the custom dataset. This is useful if you are scanning against a list of known bad files that may be industry-specific or other files that you may be interested in identifying. On the right-hand side of the UI, you will find the scan type selection options: Factory Dataset Scan, Factory plus Supplementals, and Custom Dataset Scan. Only one of these scan types may be selected at one time. A factory dataset scan will only scan against programs that are in WetStone's factory malware repository. Factory dataset signatures identify files that have been permanently archived by WetStone. Factory plus supplementals includes hashes for all files in the factory datasets, as well as supplementary file signatures that WetStone has gathered on known malware in the wild. Finally, a custom dataset scan will scan against only the custom dataset CSV file that you have already created and selected in the left-hand side of the UI. The final step is to select your scan options. Scan Archives specifies whether you would like Gargoyle MP to extract files from archives. If it is not selected, then Gargoyle MP will only hash and scan the parent archive file. CSV Report specifies whether Gargoyle MP will create a CSV file detailing the scan detections. The HTML report option specifies whether you would like Gargoyle MP to create an HTML report detailing the scan detections. Selecting the log results option will cause Gargoyle MP to create a log file detailing the results of the scan as well as any errors encountered during the scan. Create hash file will cause Gargoyle MP to create a hash file containing identifying information on each file encountered during the scan. This file can be used to rerun a Gargoyle MP scan faster without the need to scan the previously selected drives, directories, or archives again. Finally, the Debug Logging option specifies whether to set the logging level to debug. Note, if you are experiencing issues with the product, enable Debug Logging and send the debug log file to WetStone support with a description of your issue. Now we'll proceed with a scan. First, I will choose the directory or drive letter I want to scan by clicking the ellipsis button here. I will then browse to the folder to be scanned. I'll use the threats folder saved on my desktop in this example. I'd like to scan factory and supplemental hashes. I will select Scan Archives, since I know I have some zip files in this directory. I will keep CSV and HTML reports enabled and keep logging enabled as well. I will select Create Hash File to demonstrate the structure of the hash file that is created. Now I'm ready to start my scan. I will click the Scan button, input my investigator information, the organization, and any case specifics. And I'll click OK. I will let this run and come back when the scan is complete. Now that the scan is completed, I will view the results. I can do that by clicking the View HTML button. The HTML report opens, and I can see in the top toolbar the different program categories that produce detections during the scan. As you can see, I have Exploit Scanner, Peer-to-Peer, Spyware, Keylogger, Remote Access, Wireless Tool, Password Cracking, and Anti-Forensics programs detected. If I hover over the category, I can see the name of the programs that were detected in that category. As we look at the main report, we can see important information about the case, such as the product version, dataset version, license type, scan times, bytes scanned, the number of suspicious files, case details from the scan initialization screen, and finally, system information. We also have information about the scan options that were selected for the scan, and the scan targets that were processed. As we scroll down further, this graph represents the breakdown of detection results per program category, as well as the number of detections associated with each. Further down, we can view each of the program categories, with their associated detections in an expansion box below the heading. If we click the Expand button on a program, we see the files detected that are associated with that program, as well as pertinent information about each of those files, such as the original file name, detected file name, signature, MAC time, etc. I can click the program name again to collapse it back down to its compact view. Now I will close the HTML report and open the CSV report from the Gargoyle MP window. In the CSV report, I can see the same information that was presented in the HTML report, but the information presented in the CSV file can be filtered, sorted, or used by a third-party parsing tool to feed other programs as input. As we have demonstrated, Gargoyle MP is an essential forensic analysis tool for identifying malware and other unwanted programs on suspect machines. It enables the forensic investigator to quickly identify suspicious files and narrow the focus to those types of files for further investigation. For further information or how to purchase your copy of Gargoyle MP or Gargoyle MP Flash, please contact WetStone Sales at sales@wetstonetech.com. Thank you.